I'm Sky. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to do a pork jambalaya. I've got my ingredients laid out here. We've got 2 pounds of cubed pork, about a little over a pound of fresh pork sausage, a couple onions, some bell pepper, celery, going to throw some garlic in there. The first thing we're going to do is marinate that pork. It's not going to be a long marinade, just about a few minutes while the sausage browns up. Dump that in that bowl. Take the paper out. Don't really need that. Alright, ooh, looks like I got that bowl just the right size. Okay. To that, we're going to add some apple cider vinegar. Not a whole heck of a lot. Enough to get it good and coated. Work that around in there. Oh, I might put a little too much that time. We'll see. Let me dump some of that out. Yeah, that's all we need. We don't need that sitting on the bottom. And of course, as usual, I use a lot of this stuff. Prud'hom's Meat Magic. Throw that in there. Don't need a little bit more. Season that up really good. Now maybe I could have used a little bigger bowl for this. That's still not right. We want to see some seasoning on that meat. Alright, I think that'll do it. I'm going to add a few more things in there. We're going to do some shh, don't tell nobody. Little Cholula hot sauce in there. Give it a little bite. And for good measure, a little bit of perfect pinch. Garlic and herb, no salt. Alright, that's good there. Set that to the side. Alrighty then. Next we've got our sausage. We're going to brown those up. But before I throw them in the pot, I like to do this. Squeeze them a little bit, give them a couple of twists. I find that if you make the length shorter, it's a lot easier to brown them. And I guess we can leave this one kind of long. Cut them apart. I'm going to take them over to the pot. They don't always stay. But twisting them around like that helps keep the stuffing from coming out of them. Alright, that's done, that's done, that's done. Put them back in a little tray there. And we'll get that over to the stove. Dump a little more olive oil. I've had that pot heating up for a little while. I'll put a little more olive oil in there. And trusty tongs. Like that. Get that heat up somewhat. And let me get you in a little bit closer so you can see all the sizzling goodness. We're just going to dump them sausages in there. just a little bit. We've got the sausages in there browning up, and while that's doing, I'm going to go ahead and chop my onions. Them things are browning up nice. Alright, we're back. I've chopped up all my vegetables. My sausages are about ready to take off. I've got 2 onions instead of 1 this time. I put 2 in my jambalaya. I've got a big onion, a small onion, some celery, some bell pepper. I don't know how well you can see that. Okay, and now we're going to check on them sausages. I think they're about ready to come out. Let's take a little look though. Maybe a little bit closer look. There you go. That's what we're talking about. That's nice and browned up. Got some greenies in the bottom of my pan. Now we're just going to take them bad boys out and set them to the side and start about browning our onions. Since I got such a good amount of green beans, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deglaze that first. Alright, we're going to go ahead and throw a little water in there. Got all that pork grease from that sausage in there too. Alright, got that off the bottom. Jump in the onions. Oh, now we want every bit of that. Cranked my heat back up. I turned it down for a little while. I didn't want to burn that stuff while I was chopping up all these vegetables. Now this is the large onion. Put that in there and get that sauteed down. And that pork's marinating right now. So we'll just go ahead and saute down and go ahead and finish sauteing that down, then we'll come back to you. Alright? Alright, those onions are burning? I hope not. They're browning nicely. Give you a little look at that, and we're about to throw in the bell pepper. So we'll just go ahead and focus on the pot instead of me and let you see. There, you already see good there. Alrighty, throwing in them bell peppers. Stir that around. Maybe you can crank that far up just a little bit more. Okay, now watching vegetables brown, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a little break till we get all that done. Alright, those onions and bell peppers are browning up pretty good. Got some green beans down at the bottom of that pot. We're going to go ahead and deglaze that a little bit and then throw in our garlic. You can see the green beans right there. Don't want that to burn. And also, while I was off camera, I threw a little extra seasoning on top of my vegetables there. There we go. Get all that out of there. Grab my garlic. I've also got my water boiling over there for my for my stock. Don't put that much garlic in there. A good spoonful. Let that sizzle away. And I got my heat fairly high right now. We're going to go ahead and let that cook down some more, and we'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Those garlic and bell pepper and onion about browned down enough. I got a lot of green meat in the bottom of that pot. So we'll go ahead and deglaze that. Then we're going to throw in our marinated pork. Up there, got that going. We've got this marinated pork here. You can see that's looking pretty dadgum nice. I'm going to throw that in by hand because there might be some of that vinegar at the bottom, and I don't want to throw all that in that pot. Alright, apparently there wasn't. So, got that all in there. Just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna kick my heat back up again. I keep turning it up and down, up and down, up and down. Stir that around a little bit. Get that browning, and okay, well that's all browning down. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start chopping up my fresh herbs. I've already got my stock made. Well, I call it stock. It's actually a beef broth. You could use chicken. I prefer pork, but I can't seem to find that anymore. Usually you could get it all the time, but now it's scarce on the shelves if you can find it at all. So I'll let y'all go back to a cup of coffee and I'll do my job. Alright, it's time to take a look at that pork to see how it's doing. Oh, that's looking nice there. Oh yeah. Starting to get a little brown to it, making a lot of juice. All that fat's coming out of that pork. Now, well, we got that like that, we're gonna go ahead and throw in those other onions. Double layering that sucker, gives a little bit of flavor, texture. I'm sure they've got all kind of technical words for this. All I know is make it more better. Alrighty. Alright, that's browning down on its own with no help from me. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish chopping up on my herbs. I'll be back. How you like that for a close-up? Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and take them sausage over to my cutting board and we're going to chop them up into slices. Alright, we're going to go ahead and chop these up. Don't want them too thick. Uh-oh, that one's falling apart. Yeah, that's about right. You don't want them too thin either because then they'll fall apart. Now some people like big old hunks. Me, I like little old chunks. And I'm using fresh sausage because, I mean, I've used smoked sausage, but to me it just takes over the flavor of the jambalaya. And all you really taste is the smoked flavor of that sausage. I want to be able to taste all the herbs and stuff, the seasonings. Well, I'm I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then we'll be back. Okay, we've got all the sausage chopped up, and there's the chopped up sausage along with some thyme, rosemary, and some sage. Now we're gonna take the herbs to the pot and throw them in there. Oh yeah, look at that. That is looking good. Just about all that fat's done evaporated off that meat. It's starting to stick a little at the bottom. I like that. Just a little bit now. I don't want too much. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is the sage. You could throw that in there. Everybody. Everybody. And here we got some thyme. Thyme and parsley. Dump that in there. Mix it all up. That's gonna taste good. Now, just because I'm saying that, watch me blow this one. Okay, I've been working that pot pretty good. Now it's time to put in a little bit of liquid and let that cook down. I've got 3 cups of stock broth here. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in about a cup. Yep, like that. Stir that around. Alright, that's in there. Just gonna let that cook a little while, and we'll be back. Okay, that's been cooking approximately 15 minutes, and most of that liquid's done boiled out of there. So we're gonna go ahead and add 1 more cooking cup and cook it down a little bit more. Let y'all take a little look in my pot. Alright, I'll add 1 more cup of liquid, like I said. Oh, just half a cup. Yep, now we're down to 1 cup. That's going to stir up and now we're going to go ahead and put that lid back on there. Basically what I'm doing here is reducing that and tenderizing that pork at the same time. It's going to be a really good jambalaya, I do believe. You know what? I put that liquid in there. I put that lid on there. I forgot one little thing. My sausage. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there right now. Okay, go ahead and throw that sausage in there. Like that. Stir that around. My little pot holder. Oh, but that's looking pretty dang good. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. Oh, look at that. Still got some liquid in there, so we're going to go ahead, put the lid back on 1 more time. Just make sure I ain't got no sticking on that pot. Nope, that's all up. Okay. Ooh, almost knocked it off the stove there. Put that lid back on. And we'll be back. It's been about 15 minutes. We're going to take another look at that pot and see what we got. It should be just about time to put the rest of the liquid in and throw in that rice. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's looking good there. Let's see if we can. Yeah, see, most of the liquid's already evaporated out of there, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the rest of our stock in there. Okay, we got 3 cups of stock in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add some dry herbs to that. A little bit of sage. Maybe I better measure that. Alright, that much. Basically, I'm just putting in dry what I put in with the fresh. Got some thyme, not that much. I do everything pretty much by instinct and eyeball. And I got just a little bit of parsley in here, so I'm just going to dump the whole thing. I'll have to go refill that. Okay, stir that around. And you know, actually I should have put them herbs in right before I put that liquid, but I forgot. Alright, stir that around a bit like that. And we're just going to let that come to a roiling boil. And we'll be back. Alright, that pot's boiling pretty good. Let's take a little look at that. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Now right here I've got 2 cups of rice in dry measure. It's about 1.5 cups. Dump that in there. Like that. I'm also going to throw in some salt. Grab the old spoon there. Just kind of get that all up in there. Let that boil some more. And we'll come back. Alright, that's been boiling down about 15 minutes. I've had to stir it a few times because in this pot, for some reason, it tends to stick. So, and I don't want no scorching on this. So, let's take a look at that again. Then we're going to reduce our heat, put the lid on, and hope for the best. Reducing that heat. Give it one last little stir there. Let me back you up a little bit so you can see through the steam. Yeah, that's where we want to be. Just trying to keep that sucker from I'm wasting some of it from scorching and sticking. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put that lid on there. Got my heat reduced. And leave that be. Alright, we back. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that pot and see what we got. Alright, got the lid off of that. And take a look down in here. Oops, wrong way. Oh yeah, that looks done to me. I'm going to go ahead and turn that fire off. And we're going to plate that, let that rest a second. And we'll be right back and plate it up. Okay, I'm back with my plate. And I'm going to serve myself a little helping and see what she tastes like. Look at that. That pork just cuts with a plastic spoon, dude. Alrighty, got that. Let's see what we got here. Probably gonna have a burnt tongue. Besides being a little too hot in my mouth, I got it right. Well, see y'all on the next one. Bye.